NHL Opening Faceoff, guys, and as we're a little more than halfway through this show, let's get to that hockey. We got a relatively busy slate tonight. It's not jam-packed, but we have 7 games on our hands. So, Paul, you had the longest break. Let's start with you. What is the best money line bet on the board on the DraftKings Sportsbook?
Andrew, I like the way the Rangers are defending their end in recent games. They've won 4 straight while allowing a total of only 5 goals against. Couple that with an offense that has plenty of skill, and that's got to lead to a pretty good vibe in the Rangers dressing room right now. They face a Flames club that does not have the offensive depth or speed to keep up with the Ranger counterparts. You can't hit what you can't catch, folks. Speed kills, I say. And I look for the Blue Shirts to run away from the Flames tonight, take the home team to win at -140. My podcast partner, AJ, is missing today, so he's going to want to be tuning in later when I say the Leafs have sucked so far. And I can't really explain why Carolina is only a -125 favorite tonight. The home side's 4-0 and has looked as good as advertised in preseason rankings. Take Carolina in this one. I'll have more to say about Toronto later.
Geoff, you must have a favorite money line bet.
I have a favorite money line bet, and I'm also going to make a case for perhaps taking a big dog tonight. But my favorite one is going to be the Dallas Stars at -130. You look, they're on the road here, but you look at what Columbus and Dallas have done. You know, a lot of their metrics are the same. Expected goal rate percentage. Neither team is like flashing a ton of potential right now, but you feel like the Stars studs are going to get off the pine here pretty quickly. They've got a healthy Tyler Seguin. They've got their back end healthy. And the biggest thing here is Columbus is still a bad defensive team. They're not good on the penalty kill. They're 8th in terms of quality scoring chances allowed on the year so far. They give up a lot of shots on goals. And Braden Holtby is playing really well for the Dallas Stars. It's still early in the year. I'm going to ride that train. I think Dallas is a little bit underrated here at -130. Again, I think the Blue Jackets may be due for a little slump here just in terms of the defensive play. But I think this is a spot where you should and could bet the Arizona Coyotes a +330. They're getting Spencer Knight in goal here. The rookie, definitely, I like him, but he's sat on the pine a little bit. He could be a little bit rusty. And again, when you get an NHL underdog, a +330, it's not the worst idea in the world to just sprinkle a little bit on the money line there. The Coyotes are going to win a game at some point this year, and the Panthers probably aren't quite as good as they've looked. So again, getting a rookie netminder in, that's a really big line, and I don't hate sprinkling it tonight.
Moose, obviously taking a look at, we were showing you on our video board before, but the over-unders here for the NHL, it's your NHL standard 5.5 basically across the board. But do you have a favorite total that's best to target?
I can't really understand the 5.5 total that we're getting here with St. Louis and LA. I get that LA maybe isn't the best offense in the world, but the St. Louis Blues have just been on such a heater to start the year. I mean, they've been covering the over in this line in most of their starts. So I'm not sure why we'd want to start fading it. I also feel like the Blues, penalty kill, their special teams defensively, maybe due for a little bit of regression here. Binnington's been a little bit shaky in spots. I see like some kind of 4-3, 5-3 game here. So I think this 5.5 is worth attacking to the over.
Paul, which is your favorite to target here?
First, I got to say I like both Jeff's picks, so I'm going to pivot to other ones that I have in mind. The Maple Leaf season is rapidly disintegrating into a desperate situation as their top players are simply not playing up to par in any game so far. Tonight, they faced their former #1 goalie in Freddie Anderson. He's now playing for the Hurricanes, who are living up to the forecast that we had for them at the beginning of the season. They're 4-0 right now. I have to think the Leafs offensive stars have a book on Freddie, though, so they should score a few. I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think the Canes are going to score a few more. The over of 6 will fall early in this one. I also look at the battle between nation capitals here. Ottawa is a little undermanned as they face the Washington Caps at home tonight. Starting goalie Matt Murray is now dealing with a head injury. This guy just can't stay healthy, folks. Meanwhile, center Shane Pinto and winger Colin White join him in the infirmary. Washington, meanwhile, is undefeated in 5 games and not missing a beat despite not having one of their leaders, Nicholas Backstrom, in their lineup. They have scored at least 4 goals in 4 of their 5 games, and you can make it 5 out of 6 on that stat tonight in Ottawa. Take the over of 6.5, pay off here.
Let's do a little daily fantasy hockey here, Paul. Who's in goal for you in your lineups tonight, and why is it Jordan Binnington?
Because he lives just down the road. But look, this is a night when the high win probability causes me to go to the high end of the DK price list tonight. You mentioned Jeff mentioned the Florida goalie situation. I'm going to pick whoever starts for them against the underwhelming Arizona Coyotes. The $8,500 price tag applies to both Bobrovsky and Knight. So just make sure you got the right guy in there. Similar, really, Vasilevsky and Elliott each carry an $8,300 price tag into their game. And I think you got to check the Rotowire lineups a little bit later today. AJ's probably hard at work at that. Another plug for my partner. And he and the team do a great job looking at that stuff. So make sure you get the right goalie in the nets for one or both of those games tonight.
Geoff, I hope you're going to put some respect on Spencer Knight's name.
I mean, look, he's definitely a really solid rookie goaltender. Again, but Bobrovsky has been playing, so if Spencer Knight does play, could be rusty. Probably, at least he's playing the Coyotes, probably going to win. But I like going a little bit cheaper. I mean, I think Igor Shesterkin has played fantastic to start the year. I think he's probably projected. I don't think he's confirmed to get the start, but Calgary's offense isn't good. They're at home here. Paul mentioned it's a good spot for the Rangers to pick up a win. They've been defending pretty well. I just think the Rangers are the better team here. So at 8,000, Shesterkin, who, again, has seen some higher volume shots on goal days as well, definitely, I think projecting is the top play for me. I don't hate Braden Holtby at 7,900 as well. Obviously, if I like the Stars to pick up the W there, if Holtby gets the start, you got to love the way he started, a .95 save percentage to start the year. He just looks like a completely different player. So those are my two favorite plays in net, with Shesterkin probably being my top one.
Geoff, seems to me that most of the value tonight on the slate is on the defensive side. That being said, you're paid to do this. I'm not. So who do you have?
There is some good value on defense. You know, Miro Heiskanen is really good. You got D'Angelo there at 44. But again, the Dallas Stars, man. The Dallas Stars top line is under 4K here. Rupi Hintz at 3,700. I mean, this is or 3,900. Excuse me, I spoke incorrectly there. But this is not a good defensive team in the Columbus Blue Jackets. I mean, they're to their bottom 5 in terms of shots allowed. Their bottom 10 in terms of scoring chances allowed. I know they've started a little bit slow, the Dallas Stars' top offensive players, but when you can get a team's first line going against Columbus for under 4K, you can pair Hintz with Joe Pavelski for 7K. That is a fantastic deal. I think the Stars' top line and their top offensive players are really, really the best value tonight by far.
He's not a top liner, but Jamie Benn on that team. Good spot for him as well tonight. What do you think, Paul? Best value DFS?
Benn is a good call. Good for you. But on the DraftKings board, I define value as sub 5,000. So I'm going to look at a guy like Tom Wilson, who has 6 assists in 5 games, playing with the big boys on the Caps first line. I spoke earlier of the favorable matchup for the visitors, so look for him to have a good day for only $4,600 here. And Geoff mentioned Tony DeAngelo. I really like him tonight against the Maple Leafs. He has 4 assists in the bank already and a +4 over the Hurricanes' first 4 games. He can make it +5 and 5 at least after this one. I see him adding to those totals in a favorable matchup against the disorganized Leafs. He's also quarterbacking a potent power play unit. You get him for only $4,400 this evening.